folks living on July 4th holiday now. You've got Olympics coming up. I mean, we're in that part of the year where people's attention is beginning to be divided in many ways. Is that something that Democrats and Biden folks are holding now for hope?
Absolutely. It could be frozen in time, and I think this goes to the disparity. The lawmaker who I heard from saying this is effectively over, some even starting to question what happens moving
Kristen,
forward.
thank you.
Much to discuss. That concludes our special coverage of the first presidential debate. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Right, Tom Yamas leads continuing coverage on our streaming network, NBC News Now.
And we'll have a full wrap-up tomorrow morning on Today with Savannah Guthrie and company.
That's right. And Lester will be there for Nightly News tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Good night.
Weather Watch 12. Weather from where you live.
Live from Rhinelander, this is News Watch 12 at 10. The Northwoods' best news with Jessica Jukic, meteorologist Chase Ropanak, and Saul Meyer with sports. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Jukic. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump faced off tonight in the first debate ahead of the 2024 election in Atlanta. Trump and President Biden did not shake hands when they took the stage. The debate was hosted by CNN at their studio in Atlanta without an audience. Candidates' microphones were muted after time limits lapsed. They discussed national debt, immigration, abortion, and child care. And the first topic of discussion focused on the economy.
Take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. You'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%.
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID. And when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. By the time we finished, so we did a great job.
This was the first of two debates agreed upon by the campaigns, with the second scheduled for September to be hosted by ABC News. Jace, we had a nice dry day out there, but it won't last too long.
You're right. It was a beautiful day today. Had some nice low to mid-70s in our area, but we do got some rain coming. Looks like early in the morning, so that's how we're going to wake up tomorrow. Nice, and it's going to be a little bit wet tomorrow. But for right now, temperatures are in those low to mid-60s. For us, we can see 63 in Rhinelander, a little bit warmer down south in those mid-60s, 66 in Stevens Point, and 67 in Wisconsin Rapids. But it looks like across the state, we got some low to mid-60s, so a little bit warmer around this time right now than it was yesterday. Going into tomorrow, temperatures aren't going to rise that much because we do have some clouds and some rain on the way. It looks like we got some upper 60s for tomorrow, 68 across the area near Rhinelander and into Eagle River as well. Much of this area is going to see some low, or mid to upper 60s as we do have rain on the way. Same thing for the southern portion of the state. They're going to see rain as well, especially in those early morning hours, and they are going to also be in those mid to upper 60s, maybe a little bit warmer down by Adams County, getting into those low 70s. But that rain is going to be around, looks like around 8 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to see a nice band of showers making their way through, and then we could potentially see some more storms in the evening hours as well going into tomorrow. But taking a look ahead for tonight, temperatures are going to be much warmer than they were last night. We're going to be about 10 degrees higher. For us, we'll have a low of 56 degrees. Jessica?
Yesterday, a 16-year-old was in Lincoln County Court for charges related to the killing of a counselor on Monday. Now a second teen is being charged in the death of a counselor at Lincoln Hills Youth Prison. The suspects are identified as 17-year-old Ryan Nyblom and 16-year-old Javarius Hurd. Both are being charged with felony murder and 2 counts of battery by prisoners. Nyblom is considered a party to the crime. Hurd admitted to having Nyblom get him a cup of soap to throw at an officer, which began the assault. Both are being held at the Lincoln County Jail. A 50-year-old man from the Pulaski area is dead after a motorcycle crash. Wednesday night at around 8:15 p.m., the Shawano County first responders received a call for a man lying in a field and a motorcycle in a ditch. The crash happened in the area of County Road E and Lodge Road east of Shawano. It appeared that the driver did not slow down for a curve, causing the bike to flip numerous times. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. He was not wearing a helmet, and alcohol is believed to be a factor in the crash. It's been more than 4 months since 3-year-old Elijah Vu was reported missing in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. As the search continues, police are not losing hope that the missing boy will be found. According to Two Rivers Police Department, they are working with the FBI to piece together what happened. A captain with the police department says it's in constant communication between agencies since the FBI has certain computer technology that the police department does not have.
The chief and I were having a discussion the other day how many times like we'll have a dream that, oh, we found Elijah, that type of dream, and you wake up and that's not true, you know. So we're constantly thinking about it, even in our subconscious. So it's definitely something the department as a whole is always conscious of and thinking about.
According to police, tips about Vu are still coming in, and each one is followed up on, sometimes including a canine search. ATVs and UTVs are popular ways to get around the Northwoods. And with the busy 4th of July holiday coming up, more of them will be out and about. So far this year, 17 people have been killed in ATV, UTV crashes. Most of the riders were not wearing seatbelts or helmets, and alcohol and speed were contributing factors. Riders under the age of 18 are required to wear DOT-certified helmets.
Just last year, we had 32 ATV and UTV fatalities across the state. 95% of those fatalities were not wearing helmets. So helmets really do save lives of all ages, and so we encourage people, no matter how old you are, wear a helmet. It's your best choice.
Drivers are also urged to take an online safety course in order to operate their vehicles safely.
There's a number of things that folks have to remember, such as equipment rules, where they can drive, where they cannot drive. A lot of safety factors are in those regulations, and those can also be found on the Wisconsin DNR website.
If an operator is involved in a crash, Wisconsin law requires the incident be reported to law enforcement officials. Riders must submit a written report to the DNR within 10 days of that incident. High-speed internet is still hard to come by for many in the Northwoods, but a new project should expand broadband access in Oneida County. Our own Christopher Bouchon has more on that project.
Recently, many construction zones can be seen around Rhinelander, but Jeff Verdorn, the executive director for Oneida County Economic Development Corporation, said a big project is coming to Oneida County.
It's actually a public bonding project guaranteed by Oneida County Board of Supervisors to install $28 million worth of infrastructure throughout Oneida County.
Bug Tussle is the internet provider involved with this project. There is about 270 miles of fiber that will be laid out throughout Oneida County to increase broadband access.
About 225 miles will be middle mile fiber, which is used to kind of improve transmission rates and carry data. And then about the last 60 miles or so will be to do final mile hookups for actual customers, subscription customers.
Construction started in May of this year and is planned to be completed in 3 years. They are also adding 3 new cell towers that will benefit the community.
So it's going to improve cell service, but it's also going to hook up, provide hookups for up to 10,000 residents in Oneida County for broadband that don't have it. These are rural type residents that don't have it now.
Along with helping the community, Verdorn said it will support the local first responders.
We are also going to run fiber to all county and municipal facilities over time and provide space on the cell towers for first responders.
While Verdorn is soon retiring and handing his torch off to Tony Farrow, the new executive director, Verdorn is happy his last project is coming together.
It's a requirement of life now. It's not just a nice to have. So we're very excited about this happening.
If anyone is interested to see if their address will be covered, visit the Oneida County WI.gov website for more information. Reporting in Rhinelander, Christopher Bouchon, Newswatch 12.
What an important project. Thank you, Christopher. Church members are cleaning up after an EF2 tornado tore through Argyle. Coming up, we'll have a look at what was found miles away after Weather with Chase right here on Newswatch 12.
Huge live auction, Boulder Junction, Wisconsin. Like new F-150 pickup truck, expensive home furnishings, carvings, home contents, antique sporting goods, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Up to $200 back on select sets of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card. Through June 28th at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
You don't need to go to a big city to find the best personal injury attorney. You have Bremer and Schaub right here in your hometown.
We are honored to be recognized by our peers as top-rated personal injury attorneys.
You will never be asked to pay out of your pocket.
Because the right results matter most.
There is no place I'd rather be on the 4th of July holiday week than on a boat.
Need a boat or need to upgrade for more space? Get to American Marine in Shawano and pick from 900 boats and pontoons in stock. Then, increase your power with a Mercury motor, and you still have time to make the best memories ever. Buy a boat or Mercury motor from us and have it in the water the next day.
This 4th of July, make sure you're on the water with American Marine.
Hey guys, check out all this delicious, locally roasted coffee.
That's why the best way to start your day is with a cup of coffee from Eagle River Roasters.
Newswatch 12 today wants to get that coffee to you through the Mugshot Monday contest.
Get up to $200 back on a select set of Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service during the summer tire event with an online or mail-in rebate and the Goodyear credit card through June 28th. Get the best tire prices, period, at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Builder Service. We are your hometown hardware store. Plumbing, electrical, paint, automotive, keys, tools, lawn and garden. We're more than just a lumberyard. Highway 45 in Elko.
Welcome back, everybody. It was a beautiful day today, so hopefully you got to get outside and enjoy the day with some partly cloudy skies and some beautiful temperatures for highs today. Looks like we're right around 73 degrees. Much of the state was in those low to mid 70s, so very, very, comfortable day temperature-wise overall today. We did see we got some 76 by Eau Claire, but they were out of our viewing area, so it looks like for us it was very, very nice today with some low to mid 70s. But going into temperatures right now, things are cooling down slightly, but a little bit warmer than we were at this time last night. So we got some low to mid 60s right now, 63 in Rhinelander, 65 in Wausau. So same story, it's just a little bit cooler for us around the area, low to mid 60s. And dew points, though, are starting to rise slowly with some moisture building up for tomorrow's system in the early morning hours. So right now we're getting into those low to mid 50s, 53 dew points in Rhinelander, and we can see 54 in Tomahawk, a little bit warmer to the west. We can see Diamond Lake with a 57-degree dew point. That's because they're going to be the first to see those storms coming in early on tomorrow. For those early morning temperatures, looks like we'll see some mid-50s for us, 55 in Rhinelander around 5 a.m. A little bit warmer up north. We can see close to 60, 58 degrees in Eagle River, and then we can see some low 60s down south as well going into those early morning hours. Temperature trend shows throughout the rest of this week, we're having some below average temperatures, all the way up until Tuesday. So, it's going to be still pretty warm, so low 70s, but usually we see 80s around this time of year, and that won't come until we get to around Wednesday. We'll have a high of 79 degrees carrying into the 4th of July as well with a high of 78. Looking at the muggy meter right now, humidity is going to build up for tomorrow when we have that system coming in, so it's going to be pretty humid out there, but then looks like throughout the rest of the weekend it'll be nice and dry, comfortable for us, but then humidity will pick up again Monday and Tuesday as we're expecting another system to make its way, bringing showers and thunderstorms. But for tomorrow, we're going to take a look right now. This is that rain that is going to make its way over east into our state, coming in those early morning hours, bringing some showers and thunderstorms into the area. So it looks like around 8 a.m. is when we'll see that first band of rain make its way through. It's going to be some possible heavy rainfall with us, more likely down by the southern part of the state, but we'll still see some rain stretching all the way up here into the Northwoods. But then looks like in those evening hours, there's a chance for some good thunderstorms as well by Rhinelander and south of Wausau as well, right around around 8 p.m., and then that will form into a line, bringing some storms down into those southern counties as well. They are going to be possibly strong, but doesn't look like there will be a severe threat with these storms. So wind speeds right now are pretty good. We're around the 5-mile-per-hour range, a little bit stronger down south by Mosinee. We see a southeast wind around 9 miles per hour, but here in Rhinelander, just near 5 miles per hour. We got a 6-mile-per-hour wind from the southeast, but things are going to pick up as we have this system coming in the early morning hours. So looks like gusty winds are going to start coming in around 1 a.m., around 15 to 20 miles per hour, and then we'll pick up right around 9 a.m. We could see some 30-mile-per-hour gusts by Phillips, and then of those upper 20s as well near here in Rhinelander and Tomahawk, and all the way down to Mosinee. So very windy morning is coming up with this storm system on the way. But for tonight, we're going to have low of 56 degrees and increasing clouds as the system is making its way through. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms throughout the day with a high of 68 and some breezy winds from the south. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. We're going to have some storms coming in tomorrow, but then much more comfortable weather Saturday through Monday, and then the next system will come on Tuesday with a chance of thunderstorms. Jessica?
In a letter to Congress, the National Taxpayer Advocate is criticizing the Internal Revenue Service for being too slow to resolve fraud cases. The agency's watchdog group says rampant identity theft has overwhelmed the IRS, resulting in a backlog of 500,000 unresolved cases. The report describes how this is leaving victims waiting for refunds and credits that they're owed, taking nearly 2 years to resolve cases. In a statement, the IRS says it recognizes the identity theft case backlog is a significant problem. The agency notes it's working on a range of solutions to deliver faster service to fraud victims. A check made out to the Apple Grove Cemetery Association on June 30th, 1998 is making its way around social media and the state of Wisconsin. It was found near Milwaukee the day after an EF2 tornado destroyed the Apple Grove Lutheran Church in Argyle. That's more than 100 miles away. Grace Hudek spoke with the family who signed the check about the find.
This is the church back in 1968.
Pictures of weddings, first communions, and baptisms all taken here at the Apple Grove Lutheran Church in Argyle.
It's gone, but we still have those memories.
Brenda Lance is a fifth-generation church member. Her great-great-grandfather was a founder of the church when it was built in 1893.
My family has been very involved with the church.
Now she and her family look at what's left of the church after an EF2 tornado destroyed it Saturday.
You can find pieces of the church, like its bell and a cross, throughout all this damage. Even checks like these scattered around. But one check was found nearly 100 miles away in the Milwaukee area.
My grandpa was part of the Cemetery Association, and he had written a check out to the person that was mowing the lawn. And the date on the check was the date of his future great-grandchild.
The date on the check is June 30th, which would have also been the day the church turned 131 years old. Lance says it was one of many signs her family was going to be okay.
They were like, well, maybe the cross is here. My daughter starts digging off to the left of me at the side, and probably 5 minutes later she screams, "I found it!" I think my family was just saying, it's okay. We're going to be okay.
And even though they can't get everything back, Lance says they will always have the memories.
Remembering sitting with my grandparents and, singing the hymns, their favorite hymns, and hearing their voices and just doing communion with them and just being with them. It's just those simple memories of the simple services with them.
In Argyle, Grace Hodak, 27 News.
Thanks, Grace. A local skating camp is celebrating their 50th anniversary. Coming up, Drew Shelley visited the Eagle River Figure Skating Camp to discuss that milestone.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to create a 4th of July tradition under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate Independence Day and party with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn, 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Refresh your living space with stylish sheet vinyl. It's waterproof and features a durable wear layer for busy households. Engaged sheet vinyl flooring is 69 cents a square foot after rebate. Need cleaning supplies? Stock up and save big on top brands like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Right now, receive $10 instant savings with a purchase of $40 or more. on qualifying Procter & Gamble products.
Save big money at Menards.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to create a 4th of July tradition under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate Independence Day and party with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn, 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
Coming up on Newswatch 12 today, we'll have this week's edition of Homeward Bound.
Always a fun segment. We also have some showers possible for your Friday. When will those get out of here? Mornings to on your Friday from 5 to 7 a.m.
The Eagle River Figure Skating Summer Camp celebrated their 50th anniversary today, as the new young skaters of the area are being taught by some of the best instructors in the world, including former Olympians. Skaters of all ages have made their way to Eagle River in the summer to learn and develop their figure skating skills. What started in 1974 still goes on today, and in some cases, the grandchildren of former campers are on the ice today. On the ice with the skaters are some of the world's best teachers and instructors. On the ice today was 2018 Olympian Alexander Gamelin, and he talked about the impact of figure skating.
This sport built me. It's made me who I am. It's taught me so many life lessons, and it took so much hard work and sacrifice to get here. I want to be able to build that with my kids and with all the kids here.
For some members of the group, they have been a part of this for many decades and are proud of what they have become.
Gives them the inspiration, it gives them the little start from the basic skills when they first just start shuffling on the ice and they watch the Olympics. They get exposure through different skaters, and it's kind of fun when you see a coach that you had here in the summer in the kiss and cry area on a high level U.S. national competition or even at the Olympics.
50 years in still skating in Eagle River on what was a special birthday for the Eagle River Figure Skating Summer Camp. The final round of the NBA draft has come and gone, and there are two new faces to learn in Milwaukee. The Bucks held one pick in each round of the draft, holding picks 23 and 33 this year. So here's who they drafted in the first round. With pick 23, the Milwaukee Bucks selected A.J. Johnson from the Illawarra Hawks in Australia, the same team that produced current NBA All-Star and 2021 Rookie of the Year LaMelo Ball. Johnson is just 19 years old and is a guard on the court. And that wasn't the only 19-year-old the Bucks selected in the draft. With the 33rd pick of the draft, the Bucks selected 19-year-old Tyler Smith from the NBA G League Ignite. Smith played forward for the Ignite this season, where he averaged 13.5 points per game to go along with 5 rebounds. He's listed at 6'11" with an impressive 7'1" wingspan. Marquette had 2 players selected in this year's draft, both by the Portland Trail Blazers, but neither of them will actually play for that team. Just one pick after the Bucks' second-round selection, the first player from a college in Milwaukee went off the board. With the 34th overall pick, Tyler Kolek was selected by Portland and sent to the New York Knicks. Kolek was a consensus second-team All-American last season, where he averaged over 15 points a game. Just a few picks later, another Golden Eagle was taken in the NBA draft. Center Oso Iguodaro was taken with the 40th pick of the draft, again by Portland, and he was sent to the Phoenix Suns. Iguodaro averaged 13.5 points a game, just under 7 rebounds, and over a block and a half per game this past season. We'll be right back after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit your North Central Wisconsin GMC dealer.
Okay, guys, we're all here because U.S. Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones. Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
Okay, ideas, where are we going?
I got one. What about a comedy show?
I've seen you, I've swiped on you. No. Okay. Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Right now, you can get 4.99% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Find your vibe in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
The Wisconsin DNR has released its yearly quota for the upcoming deer hunting season. According to the DNR, the statewide antlerless quota is more than 272,000 deer, with just over 245,000 total bonus antlerless harvest authorizations are available for purchase. The DNR forms these recommendations with the County Deer Advisory Council and uses public feedback. 100 years ago, the world looked very different, but one congregation in Three Lakes has stayed pretty much the same. Our Jeremy Fredericks takes us there.
We're celebrating every Sunday here through the end of August.
Sunday marks the start of services this year at the Chapel of the Pines in Three Lakes. This summer is special because the chapel is celebrating its centennial. A group bought the land for about $1,000 in 1924 to build a place of worship.
So it was paid for the very first day that they had services here.
Congregants have been coming ever since. Donna Cotter has been coming since she was 2 years old.
I've been here a long, long time.
In 1945.
It's like it's the same as it's always been, except we have a paved road rather than a dirt road.
While the porch wasn't here 100 years ago, most of the rest of the church is the same as it was in 1924. Same beams on the top of the roof, same ceiling, even the same benches.
It has a spiritual tone to it.
Morley led a tour set up by the Demmer Memorial Library and Three Lakes Historical Society. This partnership is taking people to local historical sites.
We wanted to get out of the building, go to the history. There's these hidden gems in Three Lakes.
The chapel is looking forward to its next 100 years by setting up an endowment fund to pay for operating costs.
We're so excited at this centennial to be able to honor the people who were responsible for building the chapel.
Reporting in Three Lakes, Jeremy Fredericks, Newswatch 12.
June Dairy Month is a special time to discover, taste, and celebrate the legacy of Wisconsin dairy. Dairy farming is key to Wisconsin's economy and communities. Because 95% of Wisconsin farms are family-owned, our dairy farms are committed to incorporating science and sound practices to ensure they produce the best quality milk while protecting the planet. Visit wisconsindairy.org to find a local dairy breakfast and raise a glass to the goodness of Wisconsin dairy.
Don't miss our 4th of July price crash sale going on now at the Furniture Den. You will save up to 75% off of the lowest marked price in every department from now until July 7th. We have truckloads of two-sided mattresses in stock and ready to go. Or how about sofas starting at just $398? And a huge selection of Amish rustic cabin furniture. Delivery and disposal available. Plus, interest-free financing. There are just too many deals to list. Hurry in for our 4th of July sale at the Furniture Den in Antigo.
9 million acres of forest, 1,700 miles of continuous shoreline, 4,300 lakes, 12,000 miles of streams, more than 300 waterfalls, 15 counties, 2 time zones, and 1 area code. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. For your connection to the UP, watch 906 Outdoors Saturday mornings at 7:30.
It's open season on cancer. Help us raise money for the Ronald McDonald House of Marshfield by purchasing a hat, an H2O Go bottle, or other special items. With your donation of $20, you'll receive over $50 in valuable coupons, and a $10 donation is given to the Ronald McDonald House. Purchase items at Cost Cutters of Central Wisconsin, the Barber's Family Hairstyling, Mullins Cheese in Knowlton, Chase Outdoors, and the Cedar Creek Mall. It's open season on cancer, a season that never ends.
There is no place I'd rather be on the 4th of July holiday week than on a boat.
Need a boat or need to upgrade for more space? Get to American Marine in Shawano and pick from 900 boats and pontoons in stock. Then, increase your power with a Mercury motor, and you still have time to make the best memories ever. Buy a boat or Mercury motor from us and have it in the water the next day.
This 4th of July, make sure you're on the water with American Marine.
Huge live auction, Boulder Junction, Wisconsin. Like new F-150 pickup truck, expensive home furnishings, carvings, home contents, antique sporting goods, and more. Contact Branson St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Well, it seems like no one can keep their cool during the current heat wave on the East Coast. This includes a wax sculpture of President Abraham Lincoln. You can't tell it's him, though. Look at that. The statue on the lawn of a Washington, D.C. elementary school started melting over the weekend amid the high temperatures, and by Tuesday afternoon, Lincoln lost his head. So unfortunate. Well, we don't have to worry about these hot temperatures.
We don't have to deal with that type of heat.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. But for us, it's going to be much cooler than that. We'll have some upper 60s for the region tomorrow, and we're going to get some showers throughout the day and possibly some thunderstorms as well. Same thing for the southern part of the state. They'll be seeing those upper 60s to those low 70s as well with showers and thunderstorms too. So it looks like around the early morning hours, that's when we'll see those storms, and that front will pass through going into overnight Saturday when we will start to see a clearing of things. And 7-day forecast shows that we will see much beautiful weather Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then 4th of July as well.
Thanks, Chase. Yeah.
Coming up once we get through some months. Right.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 36-pound bags of Estate Lawn Fertilizer, $29.99. And select dog treats are on sale, 20% off. In a rush? Place your orders online at farmandfleet.com and pick your items up in our convenient drive-thru in just 1 hour.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Price crash. Price
price crash. Don't miss the huge going out of business sale going on now at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua. Shop now and save an additional 23% off the already low sale prices store-wide. Quality name brands, Amish and handcrafted furniture, mattresses, bedroom sets, dining room sets, living room sets, reclining furniture, and much, much more. Hurry in today for the best selection at the going out of business sale at Lakeland Furniture and Mattress in Minocqua.
Every day we battle illegal drugs coming into our community.
And we know the attacks on Tammy Baldwin are not true.
Tammy's working with law enforcement to stop the flow of fentanyl.
She brought Democrats and Republicans together
to crack down on drugs coming from China and Mexico,
giving us more tools to fight drug smugglers.
And Tammy voted 32 times to strengthen the border.
Don't believe the attacks.
It's Tammy Baldwin I trust to keep